Hello everybody, in this guide I'll show you how to consistently reach level 15 in Elden Ring Nightreigne on every single run. And not just that, I'll show you how to get twice as much loot as normal. There is a fun little trick you can do at the end of day 2 that involves going into the Blue Storm to gather loot. So let's get into it. In Nightreigne, you only have 2 in-game days to gather weapons, items and runes before the final boss shows up. That's about 25 minutes total, and it's not counting the end of day phases. Now, let's be real, that is nowhere near enough time to explore the whole map. But what if I told you there's actually a way to explore half the entire map with no time limit at all? So here's the trick. At the end of day 2, once you defeat the boss, your ability to respawn comes back. Now as you know, during the night phases, if you die, that means it's game over. But after the day 2 boss, you can die and respawn as many times as you want. As long as you recover your runes, you're completely safe to keep pushing the map. Once you step into the Blue Storm, you have around 1 minute and 50 seconds before the damage becomes fatal. That gives you about a full minute to dive deep, loot, fight, and then die safely. Just come back, recover your runes, and repeat. I made a quick diagram showing how far you can travel from the final circle into the storm. The map shows where basically all of the POIs are free, as it only takes up to 30 seconds to reach it. Then you have the medium zone, where things get a little bit tricky, but it's absolutely doable because it's only up to 1 minute to reach a POI and you have full 50 seconds to kill everybody in the POI. After that, you just come back, take your runes, and repeat. And then we have the red zones, which it's probably not worth the trip because it takes up to 1 minute 30 seconds to reach a POI, and then you have roughly 20 seconds to kill the enemies there. So by doing this method, you can collect all missed flasks in churches, gather smithing stones in caves, slay optional bosses, and find merchants that sell amazing gear for super cheap, including bubble tears, talismans, and rare items you normally miss in a run. So here are a few tips on day 1 and 2 to get ready before the final day 2 boss. So try to get as many flasks as possible, aim for at least 7, because anything below that is going to make it fairly risky since you can run out of flasks pretty quickly. Second tip is you should stack healing effects. Grab anything that boosts healing or flask power, like increase or max HP, and even though the storm ticks based on max HP, it's still better because that makes it easier surviving enemy fights and taking any unnecessary hits. And third, if you want things to go a lot faster and smoother, make sure to take some rune acquisition boosts, as that will ensure you have a lot more runes, and you'll need to spend a lot less time in the storm to get what you need. So things to keep in mind is that Evergales are no longer available, and red bosses despawn, so if you need those, clear them before you enter the storm. Also, where the golden bow lands matters. Ideally it's near the center of the map, but even if it's in a corner, you can still pull this off. It's just a little trickier. If you use this method, you will consistently get level 15, be stocked up on bubble tears, talismans, and upgraded weapons, and be ready to absolutely destroy the final boss. So if you've been struggling with power levels and find yourself restarting often, spending just 1 extra hour wandering into the storm will give you the maximum strength possible for a winning run. Now obviously this is going to make it a lot easier with friends because they can help you out in POIs, but I hope this guide helps you out, and happy storm diving. If you did enjoy, drop a like, subscribe, and see you guys next time.